I'm at Soldier Technology in London this year because at Systems Command we're constantly looking for new ideas. We're trying to get a good idea of both what our European industry is doing and what our American industry base is doing. And there's sometimes a concern that some of our European industry base can't make it to the United States. So by coming here we get a chance to see European industries that may not have that opportunity to make that travel. So it's a good idea to invest and look at technologies that you may not see in the marketplace out in the United States. The conference has gone very well in my opinion. The main things are, again, a continuing look at the soldier system. And obviously the soldier system has continuing set of problem sets that change. So although weight's a constant, power's a constant, there's a constant look at how to integrate those. And this conference has focused a lot on the human factors with some of the small breakout groups. And those have been very interesting because if you're not looking at the human factors resolutions, then the equipment that ends up coming out may meet all the technological requirements, but will still not be accepted by the end user. So that's been of most interest to me in this conference. Plus a good chance to see where a couple of the soldier systems from, say, Singapore, the Australians briefed their soldier system, NATO also had representation here, and the European Defence Agency gave a breakdown of where they want to go, where they think they'll be, what their capabilities will be in the future. I have been the ones in the US, and in the US it's very similar. You've got the keynote speakers and the breakout groups, and then you have industry out. Well, the format's the same, but the main difference is that you are going to see some vendors that won't be able to make it over there. So if there's vendors on equipment that maybe the French Phalan system's using, and you didn't understand them because they're a small niche contractor, and they haven't grown yet to be able to take their technology to other places, you can come here and use that niche technology, or at least attempt to research it, and that provides you openings for either future market research or maybe even as a spin-off program for any existing programs you have. So that's where I think the unique difference is in what you gain. The other thing is that your topics tend to be centered around European and NATO type programs, European defense industry and NATO. You're not going to see that so much on the US side of the Atlantic. So it's interesting to see where NATO's headed, where the European Defence Agency's headed, and where, say, some of the French, Australian, UK programs are. They're not briefed as much on the US side of the Atlantic because it's focused on US, Canada, and those programs. Yes, it's been very worthwhile. I mean, both myself and my program director are excited about what they've seen, and we picked up a number of good ideas. And the networking opportunities offered by being able to meet the people that are in charge of other programs, hopefully through communication across the Atlantic and using the technology we already have available, we can get answers through them now, because it's a lot of times the problem is best resolved by knowing somebody in the right spot at the right time. And this offers an opportunity to build that Rolodex for future use.